I bring this fitness question up again to answer the question, but also to start another discussion.
Oh.
Yesterday, my mom asked me to cut the lawn. Been a while since I cut the lawn, to be honest, and I tried to do it anyway. Not even halfway through, my lower back begins to kill me. Had to lay down and catch my breath for a bit. I'll be honest. I sit on my ass all day and play video games, but it felt like a big wake-up call. I weigh 235 pounds and I gotta change this. I decided I'm gonna start daily walks and stretches that can help the lower back. Any videos or lower back stretches or recommendations or other types of cardio I should do will be really helpful. Thank you.
Oh, that's really great, actually.
That's why I wanted to talk about this.
You know, I love that because it's somebody who had a specific problem.
Yes.
Decided, okay, this is it. This is what I want to be able to do.
Are you a mind reader?
Well, no.
This is exactly what I wanted to talk about.
But yeah, and the reaction is not, I'm going to lift really heavy weights and I'm going to do this. I'm just going to make an easy change that can fit into my life. And maybe it grows from there. Maybe I do become a bodybuilder. But for now, I'm going to be a little bit more active. I'm going to walk around and I'm going to stretch.
Yep.
That's so easy.
I saw this question.
It's so manageable.
And I almost just went past it and tried to find a new one because it's not very
exciting.
But I think there's so much value in that trigger moment of this is the thing that's going to make me try and put a behavior change in place.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so much value in that.
And I think what he did that was really correct is making a small change.
Yeah.
He's not overhauling his life. He's not starting a 5-day-a-week exercise program and doing yoga every day and doing a complete diet overhaul.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's just a small change. Yeah. I'm going to walk and I'm going to stretch for 5 minutes. That's so easy. And he's going to do it. And that's great.
Well, that's the thing is I read that story.
He's going to be able to do it.
And if you put that story up against what you said earlier about the full changes, in my head, this person over here is going to be more successful. Now, that doesn't mean that if you try and do a massive overhaul and go cold turkey on food and that you're not going to have success. But it's going to be a lot harder. More difficult.
It's going to be a lot harder.
So a lot of the times you've got to ask yourself, I got into this, weight. I got into this lack of fitness. Am I really the type of person that's going to respond well to a massive overhaul? You have to be honest with yourself. Mm-hmm.
I think this person shows a lot of insight.
Very much so.
Just like you said, I sit around playing video games all day. I don't really do much activity. That's why I'm having such a problem with this.
I'm going to do a little bit of
So I'm going to do some activity.
Right.
Like that's such a good logical step.
It's great self-awareness.
There's great insight and self-awareness, and there's really smart, logical goal selection.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I think because we're in such an all or nothing culture or moment in time, at least, I don't know, I say this. Do you feel like that?
I guess.
I feel like,
I don't know.
What I'm being pushed, I guess, on social media is like, change your life. Get up at 4 a.m. Like the massive,
I have seen
what I see all the time.
Girls like that. My productive 5 a.m. routine.
Right.
It's like, good for you.
Here's
the
thing. More power to you.
Yeah, good for you. It works for you.
But
I'm
the problem
not doing
is,
that.
I think a lot of people see that as the only avenue for change. And when you're presented with Mount Everest or the hill in your backyard, if all you see is Mount Everest, you're like, I'm not climbing that.
There's no way I'll ever do that. No chance.
I know who I am. I'm lazy. I'm this, I'm that. I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But if you see the hill in the backyard, you're like, oh yeah, dude.
I could do that.
I could climb that. No doubt. And then you climb the next hill.
Mm-hmm.
But we're presented with this is the only option to make a change. And I love that. I do like there's a part of me that likes.
I think it's great to have lofty goals. But that can't be your only target.
Well,
you have to have something manageable that you can do right now.
I think the power of this like Instagram movement or whatever is like, it's an example that yes, people can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, maybe 2 years down the road, you are a 4 a.m. wake up, run a mile person.
But you're not going to do it tomorrow.
But tomorrow, you're not going to be that person. 99.9% of the time.
And that nobody could make that kind of change overnight.
There's no negative judgment on that.
No.
So more power to you, man. I will say in terms of the back, let me just say, stretching might not be the best course of action.
Yeah, strengthen your lower back.
Strengthening. it would probably be more impactful. Now, again, I don't know what your spine looks like, if you have a bulging disc or whatever, if you need to go through more extensive rehab, but to experience what you experienced while you were mowing the lawn is more so a strength issue. Like if you're getting a terrible lower back pump or a lot of lower back pain, it's not so much that you were inflexible to get into that position. It's that in that position, your muscle is not strong enough to carry you through the volume of work that you need to be doing.
Right.
So in that way, I think stretch, sure, it might make you feel better, but also the next step may be, okay, well, now I'm going to do some strengthening exercises. Right?
Yeah, that might be step 2.
And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I mean, for God's sake, get a couple gallon jugs and do some Romanian deadlifts. Like you don't have to go. That's the other thing. You don't have to go to the gym.
Yeah. No.
You can do these things at home. You see all these people online making like barbells out of concrete and people in Africa that are just like working out with whatever they have around them.
Yeah.
And what a wake up call for us. It's like, oh, I don't want to drive in the
I don't
air-conditioned car.
I don't have the money for $100 a month, gym membership. Well, okay. You can do
got other
something.
options. But even
I'm sure you've got a couple heavy things around the house.
I'm saying even in the land of privilege that you live in, where you do have the money to get a gym membership, you're driving your Audi R8 air conditioned 5 minutes to the gym, and then you're going there and standing on the treadmill for 5 minutes and be like, oh, I hate this. I don't have patience for it. I just don't have patience for it.
Yeah.
Because there are people all over this earth in nations that are war-torn or poverty-stricken that are still doing 1,000% better than you. I don't have patience for it.
Yeah, we're very blessed in general.
Incredibly so.
Very lucky.
And we fritter it away like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Go somewhere else. I'm telling you right now, travel somewhere else and see what these people are doing to make it through a day and to take care of themselves in a lot of cases. And you will come back, and if you're still like, I don't really want to go to the gym, go
Fine.
for it. I don't care.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not your dad.